using a number line, part 3. This will be our last video in the series. Lesson objective: use a dot plot to answer questions. Let's begin. The dot plot below is the variable shoe size taken from a certain MAT 131 semester survey. In this example, our sample size was 109 students. First question, what is the smallest shoe size? Well, again, on a dot plot, just like on a number line, as the numbers go more to the right, the numbers increase, and in this case, the number line would count by a half. So this is shoe size 8. This would be shoe size 8.5. This would be shoe size 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, and so on. So the smallest shoe size would be the value that is the most to the left, which is shoe size 4. Next, what is the largest shoe size for this example? Would be the number that's to the right the most. So we have 12, 0, 12.5. We have 3 shoe sizes of 13. So 13 is the largest shoe size. C. What is the distance between the largest and the smallest sizes? Well, you will learn that this is also called the range. So we take the largest shoe size, subtract the smallest, and that will be the distance between the two. So one way of measuring spread is using the range. In this case, 13 minus 4 is 9. That is the distance between the largest and the smallest shoe size. D. What shoe size is the most frequent? This is also known as the mode. In this case, we see that the largest frequency is a 19. So there were 19 shoe sizes of 9. Next, what is the fraction of students who have a shoe size of 9? Well, there were 19, a frequency of 19 that had a shoe size of 9. But now we want to know what is the fraction of students. That's another way of saying what is the relative frequency. 19 out of how many? Well, that would be 19 out of the grand total 109. So the fraction would be 19 out of 109. You could change this to a decimal or a percent if you like, but the question asks what is the fraction. So it's fine if you leave it as a fraction. F. What is the percent of students who have a shoe size of more than 10? Now we want more than 10, so we don't count any shoe sizes of 10. More than 10. So we have 3 that are 10.5, 11, 12, 12.5, and 13. So we add up the frequencies. 3 plus 11 is 14, plus 3 is 17, 17 plus 5 is 22, plus 3 more is 25. So that's a frequency of 25, but we want to know, okay, 25 out of 109. So again, this is sort of asking what is the relative frequency for shoe sizes more than 10, larger than 10. So using our calculator, we want to first change the fraction to a decimal. So we take 25 and we divide it by 109, the grand total, and we get 0.2293. And to change it to a percent, we multiply it by 100, or we move the decimal place 2 places over. So if I was to round this to the nearest percent, we would say 23%. So 23% of the shoe sizes for this certain semester of MAT 131 students had a shoe size more than 10. And our last question, what is the proportion of students who have a shoe size of 6 or less? Proportion means decimal or percent. This time we want shoe size of 6 or less. So this time we do include 6. Shoe size of 6, that would be 4. And how many are less than 4? Just 1. One shoe size of 4, so that's a total of 5. And if we divide that using our calculator, it is about 0.0458 something. Rounded off, I would say the proportion is 0.046. So close to 5% of the students had a shoe size of 6 or less. Thanks for watching.